The enemy, he's not really too worried about your prayers as much as he's worried about your endurance. He's worried about your ability to stretch it out and stay in for the long haul while God builds what he wants to build inside of you. Hey there, I am Bryan, and thank you so much for joining us here on Conform to Transform. And today I want to talk about something that we need to be chasing in 2026. It's not money, it's not grind, it's not hustle, it's faith. We need to put faith back at the top of our number one priority list. And you've got to do this, because if you don't build up your faith, especially in this world that we live in, you're going to come crumbling down under the pressure. It is just too much to handle. And so today in my Bible studies, it's led me to 1 Peter chapter number 5. And typically for this, I just pick one verse. Verse number 7 really stood out. But as I read the whole chapter, I really wanted to jump into verses 7 through 10. But let's talk about the whole chapter as a whole really quick here, okay? So this is Peter, and if you don't know a lot about Peter, Peter has had one heck of a life. He's a foul-mouthed fisherman. Peter is one of those dudes that, you can take a broken man, you can take somebody that's broken, and you can use Peter as a great example of somebody that God can use anyway. This guy, Peter, he's the same one that was found by Jesus. He walked with him publicly. He denied him 3 times. Apparently, he was known to be foul-mouthed. He's just one of those guys that you wouldn't think would be used by God. So in this chapter, Peter's talking about leadership, discipline. But more than anything, what's he talking about? What jumped out to me anyway? There's one common theme here, and that's that pressure isn't punishment. Pressure is preparation. It's getting you ready. Do you know what I mean? Here, he's telling believers to stay humble, stay grounded, and stay focused. And what does verse number 7 tell us here? It tells us to give all of our cares and worries to God, for he cares for us. Notice he doesn't say ignore your problems. He says release them. Give them to God. Faith is not pretending that life doesn't hurt. It's all about who you go to when it does, right? Then Peter goes on and tells us to stay alert and to watch out for our enemy, the devil, because he's walking around like a lion. And these lions, they're not hunting the weak. Do you know what they're hunting? The distracted. Peter goes on even further to tell them to stay strong in their faith, stand firm against the devil, because he's coming. And it only gets better by being built. When you go to the gym, and if your goal is to get bigger muscles, what do you have to do? You have to destroy your body. You have to tear it down. And when it gets built bigger, better, stronger, faster. Our faith is the exact same thing. He says after you have suffered for a while, he will restore, support, and strengthen you. That is just so encouraging today. But you got to read that again. It's not before the pressure, it's after the pressure. That pressure is necessary. And while that pressure is going on, have faith in the one that wants to take it. Remember verse number 7, give all your worries and cares to God, for he cares for you.